and welcome to another week's segment of Lending a Helping Hand. I'm your host, Erica D. This week's conversation, we'll be discussing the issues of poverty. We'll be discussing the causes of poverty, we'll be discussing the effects of poverty, and we'll also be discussing the resources that are right here within your own community, right here in Savannah, that can help assist the ones that are experiencing poverty firsthand. Now let's get a little definition of poverty. According to Webster, poverty is having the lack thereof in the financial income that supports your everyday needs, such as shelter, such as food, such as clothing, and things of that nature. Now, me personally, I feel as though that definition was a little bit too vague. But let's get a little deeper into poverty in itself. Poverty consists of two different categories. You have absolute poverty and you also have relative poverty. Now, the definition of absolute poverty is pretty much the same definition of poverty that Webster gave us. Absolute poverty is having the financial income that does not support your everyday needs. Again, your everyday needs are shelter, food, and clothing. While as relative poverty, it's when people really don't enjoy the minimum level of living standards that the national government has given us. So it's pretty much living above your financial means. Now, if we had to contrast both categories, if we had to contrast absolute from relative, absolute would pretty much be living a normal life but not having the stable job to help support your regular normal life. Where relative poverty is having a normal life, having enough money to support your normal life, but you want to live a little bit more higher than what you can afford. It's like having money to afford a Honda, but you want to go buy a Jaguar, knowing that you can't pay your monthly bills of that one. And people do that. Now, of course, these categories vary from country to country. But here in the U.S., absolute poverty can be eradicated, while relative poverty, not so much. I say that absolute poverty can be eradicated because we can put an end to absolute poverty. If we stand together as a nation, as a country, and put a stop to this reoccurring cycle, it can be stopped. But when it comes to relative poverty, it's more so an individual's choice. They choose to live above their means, knowing that they just cannot afford it. Now, here's an issue. I did some research and I came across a blog. And this particular blogger, who will remain anonymous, said that he feels as though poverty isn't a social problem. He feels as though poverty is a choice that an individual makes. Pertaining to relative poverty, I'll agree with him. Because we as individuals are given choices, and choices come with consequences. Choices we make today will pretty much determine how our family lives tomorrow. But I don't agree with him when he says that poverty is not a social problem. Poverty is actually one of the most biggest social problems that's taking our communities right now, as of today. Poverty is a social problem because the effects of poverty are affected and felt as a whole when it comes to our society. For example, when we think about crimes, not exactly white-collar crimes, but when we think about other crimes and you examine the person who did the crime, that particular person 9 times out of 10 has come out of an underprivileged household or underprivileged community. When you are having situations in our community like these type of crimes, that to where this person may become incarcerated. That becomes a social problem because now you're taking money out of the taxpayers' dollars. But look, don't let me get into the opinions of poverty. Let's talk facts. Let's talk about the causes of poverty. Let's talk about the effects of poverty again. And let's talk about the resources that are right here within our community. But just before we do that, we're going to take a commercial break. And we'll be right back.
Looking for some good old down south home cooked chicken? Well, you've come to the right place. Northern Chicken Express offers a variety of your favorite chicken dinners, from the 2-piece dark meat chicken with fries for only $2.99 to the 3-piece mix with fries for a little less than $6. With down south southern hospitality, Northern Chicken Express ensures that you'll leave with a smile and a plate full of chicken. Visit us at 3125 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia, or call in.
If you're looking to have a great time, Savannah's nightlife is back. Calling all SCAD, Armstrong, and Savannah State students to the hottest bar in the city. Dosha Lounge is open 6 days a week until 3 a.m. Yes, I said it, 3 a.m. Bright lights, comfortable couches, and a cool atmosphere. Did we mention the full Top Chef bar with reasonable prices? Happy hour, 4 to 8, Monday through Friday. So come see us at 128 East Broughton Street today. We'll have a shot wait.
Welcome back. I am your host, Erica D, and you are still tuned in to Lending a Helping Hand. Before we went on commercial break, we were discussing the causes of poverty. Now, getting the definition of poverty was complicated. Getting the causes of poverty is just as complicated because as I was doing my research, I noticed that a lot of the causes of poverty was everybody's opinion. No, you can never really get to the root of the problem of what fully started poverty. If I had to chime in and give my 2 cents, I would pretty much say, to me, the cause of poverty would be capitalism. I know I probably just bit off a little bit more than I can chew, but I'm going to give you my reasons why. Capitalism is a competitive social system. Capitalism was naturally created to have winners and to have losers. We have a lot of more losers than winners, and the people who lose at the cost of the winners. Capitalism can never be fair because all people are made different. All people have different qualities. Everybody cannot be the fastest. Everybody is not intelligent. Everybody cannot hold strength under pressure. And it was just designed not to be fair. Essentially, the game isn't being played equal. This social disparity ensures that pretty much, if you want to go back into theories, the Darwin theory, when it says it's the survival of the fittest, it pretty much has just prevailed. Some of you may agree with me and some of you may not. But let's just admit, I pretty much gave you a valid point. Now, I'm going to go back to let you take a break. And I'm going to let you digest everything that I've just told you. And when we come back, I'll be giving you the effects of poverty. And then I'll be giving you the resources that are right here within your own community. Stop losing your hair and hairlines at the hands of stylists who do not practice the techniques proven to not cause damage while wearing long-term braids or twist styles. The Nappy Hut is Savannah's first exclusive hair care salon and braid shop. Located at 5224 Skidaway Road, Savannah, Georgia, the salon is quaint yet cozy, mature, soothing, and professional. Enjoy free Wi-Fi, a cup of coffee, or a beverage while you await your services. We look forward to serving you and being blessed with Again, welcome back. Now let's jump right into the effects of poverty. And in my opinion, has caused poverty to become a social problem. According to the American Sociological Association, the effects of poverty is one. Unemployment rates have increased. In 2010, the poverty threshold or poverty line was $22,000 for a family of 4. That is ridiculous. And I say it's ridiculous because if you understand, just by working at McDonald's, you can earn $22,000 a year. Just by working at McDonald's, you can earn $22,000 a year. And in 2010, when the Census Bureau did their surveys, that was the median threshold for a family of 4. That is crazy. Now, over 15% of the population fell below this threshold in 2010. Over 15% of the population fell below this threshold in 2010. I have to keep repeating myself because I can't really soak it in because it's crazy. The second reason, or the second effect, is children failing academically. Chronic stress associated with living in poverty has been shown to adversely affect children's concentration and memory, which may impact their ability to learn. This is why you have children dropping out of school in middle and high school, because the stress that is built from poverty, from being in an underprivileged household, just makes them feel as though I have nothing else to lose. The National Center of Education Statistics reports that in 2008, the dropout rate of students living in low-income facilities was about 4.5 times greater than the rate of children from higher income families. I'm speechless. And thirdly, the levels of education and training leading to lack of employment opportunities, leading to criminal activity for the survival, leading to addiction, leading to shattered health, early death, and the breakup of family, leading to an even bleaker future for our next generation. These are the effects of poverty. But again, that particular blogger said that it was not a social problem. All these facts that it came from American Psychological Association just prove to why this is a social problem. And until we as a community step up and say that we will not allow our community to keep going through this cycle, it will continue to be a social problem. Now stay tuned for our next episodes, and we'll be giving you resources that are right here within your community that can help you or somebody you know assist them with living in poverty.
Is more of a collaborative entity. So we bring to the table all of these different direct social service providers and business and government leaders and neighborhood leaders with the idea that we can together come up with more innovative, creative ideas about how to address poverty. We do have a few services, direct services that we provide. One of those is in the area of workforce development. We run a job training program called the Chatham Apprentice Program, and that